Right, Sjogren Disassembly, the problem part, as I will call it, I suppose. You take the first by taking the buttstock off. Anybody's wondering, there's nothing in here. This particular one has a large cavity that's been milled out of it, lightning or storage or something like that. Definitely put a couple bore snakes in it. So I'm going to take this butt screw off. There's not many threads on it, about half a dozen. Now, off with the buttstock. And there's a little hole here, and this has been rebuilt back with last age use. It cracked. There's a spring that goes in this hole. That spring retains this piece back here. I'm going to call it a decelerator, or bolt stop, assuming decelerator because it has a little bit of movement. That spring pushes on the back of this under the stock, or in the receiver there, and that's what retains it. That is a replacement spring, by the way. When I got this, it was in 3 pieces. So, next, I'm going to take the Recoil spring out, which is right here. Let's get that cap there. Main spring here. Now, I've been asked if Brownell sells replacements of these. This is 6 3/4 inch or 17 centimeters in length. This is still fairly rigid. I'm going to replace it, however, because firing this the one time I thought it was a little heavier than it ought to be, so I'm going to try that down the road, which is why there's not going to be a shooting video on this one anytime soon. Next, pull the bolt back. Pull this little N-shaped clip out. Slide her back forward. The carrier comes off. The bolt's rested right there. Now the bolt can come back, and it's a little fiddly. You just rotate it off in 2 parts, the back, the front. The ejector here just comes out like that and slides out the back, and there's a spring in there. For the sake of time, I'm not going to bother. Just slides back in the same way. So that carrier, or yeah, the carrier I'll call it. There's a screw in it right here. This comes out. I got grease all over my hands. I took this apart before filming this because I hadn't done it in a long while. There we go. That releases. That comes out. Get this little piece here with 2 holes in it and a little brass spring. Do not friggin' lose that. If we look in here, this is all pinned or staked or requires a special tool to take apart. I'm not going that far into this. That big heavy coil spring there is captive. If you rotate the safety, you can see it pulls the firing pin back. So that's how this works. For the sake of time, I'm just going to put this back. Flat spring in first. That goes like, I don't know how long I'm going to see this. Big hole at the back, you get the little tab that retains it. This is going to go back in. There. Now, what's my time looking like? 6 minutes. This part, there's 1 screw here, 1 here, and a long one back here. This will drop the bottom metal out, or the trigger guard out. That. Now this is able to come out. Oops. This piece here, it only installs one way. There's a hole right here. This fits down inside of it and protrudes up like that, putting pressure on the trigger. There. there. Oh, I almost forgot one thing. Inside here, there's this little piece here. That's for the main recoil spring. What this does is engages on a little slot here, the bottom of the carrier. This is what provides your tension. It allows for the recoil operation of it, the inertia system. And this is the inside. This bloody thing right here. I say that lovingly, of course. It's just when you haven't done these in a while, it gets to you. So you can slide this up. And that piece there, there's a rail on the inside of the receiver. That's what this slides in. That comes out. I'm going to pull this midpoint screw here. Piece, which allows the trigger to come out. Now we've just got the lifter and safety. There's the lifter screw. Now with the lifter, as far as orientation is concerned, this spring is like this, which catches on. Oops, sorry, my bad. Rotation's right here, catches on that piece, that puts downward pressure. And this little piece just rotates out like that. So, there we go. Then the last little bit here is the safety. Just pull the rod out, little down pressure, pops out, flat spring, and the safety piece. And that's it. Disassembly, not too bad. Reassembly is tedious. So I'm going to do that on next video, and might be two. We will see.